Hey everybody, want to welcome you to a brand new episode of Sold Separately. Today we are covering some AEW Unrivaled 17 and some exclusives that are going to be coming out. So I can't do this alone. I got to go with my elite partner here. What's up, Clark?
Dude, I'm fired up to be here. Multiple shows today. Wild day in sports entertainment, wrestling, whatever you'd like to call it. I'm fired up. We're here on Sold Separately. Let's talk about some action figures. Let's get into it.
The first one up is Mr. NXT right now, Ricky Saints. This will be his last, presumably, AEW figure, is Ricky Starks' Unrivaled 17 figure. Great likeness. Obviously, the Rock era shirt. The flamboyantness, the pretty Ricky Starks, if you will. Maybe a little while before we see the Ricky Saints Mattel figure coming out. So for the wrestling fans that want to play with the figures and want Ricky Saints and don't want to wait, you can get Ricky Starks.
Hey, the Saints go marching in. It's Ricky Saints now. I don't know. I really like the figure, Anthony. It's hilarious to me. Because I think it's awesome. I think he can do great in NXT, but like you said, it's going to be a long time till we get that Ricky Saints figure. Mm-hmm. This is a good one. This is absolute. And maybe absolutely the last absolute Ricky Starks you can get. I think it's a good one. Face scan, great. Pose, great. All of the above.
The pose is awesome. The pose is absolutely awesome because it's the iconic pose that he does. And the face sculpt's pretty good as well, like you said. The next one up looks awesome. It's Luchasaurus, aka Killswitch, on the packaging. This is an Unrivaled 17 as well. I gotta be honest, the mask reminds me very much. This is very early 90s. I don't even know if Clark knows this. Do you remember the show? I want to say it was on Nickelodeon. Land of the Lost. Remember the dinosaur,
yeah, absolutely.
The dinosaur bad guy, or whatever his name is, Spike.
Land Before Time, right? Wasn't it Land Before Time?
Yeah.
No, wait, that's a different. That's the cartoon movie.
Yeah, it was Land of the Lost. Land Before Time is the dinosaurs. Yeah, but
sorry, that's the kid movie.
Yeah. But well, this was a kiddie show too. But there was a dinosaur bad guy like Spike or something like that. That's what it reminds me of every time I see Luchasaurus, Killswitch, whatever you want to call him. I think it's really cool. It's a great likeness. Obviously, it's the mask, so it's a lot easier to do than a person's expressions. But it's very cool regardless.
I mean, heck, for me, right before he became Killswitch and he was Luchasaurus still, obviously he was having the match with Darby Allin. The Return of the Corner was my birthday. I was there at all out in Chicago at the United Center. And Darby was in the corner. I had a quick exchange with Luchasaurus and he hissed at me. It was awesome. It was just a cool moment in time and cool memory. This figure is outstanding.
Yes.
Like it really is great. And he's so figurable and so underrated. I just hope to see actually more of him in the ring.
I am hoping for a speedy recovery with him because I know there was talk of health issues. Not getting into specifics because I really don't know specifics.
We don't know the deal, but
hoping that he pulls through and we see him in a AEW ring sometime within this year or early next year at the latest. The next one up, you got to go Swerve. I think not that I want to complain, but I think he looks a little too light when you look at the picture and you look at the figure. The skin tone looks too light.
Lighting. I think that's fair. I think my only complaint on this one though is that look at the picture of him with the jacket.
Yeah, the
lack of accessories.
Yes.
No, the rest of this figure is golden.
Yes,
and it is Swerve, and you've got the pose, you've got everything about that.
Mm-hmm.
The face scan isn't bad. I do think that part of that is the lighting, as you mentioned, but the problem for me is lack of accessories. Swerve is a guy that to me is the largest issue here.
Yeah, I don't know if they're waiting to release a Swerve under the Supreme line, which gives you all the extra bells and whistles.
Possible.
I don't. That's a possibility.
That's fair.
But yeah, this is part of
the obviously given the Supreme line, you can sort of combine them.
Yes,
and given the package you'll get there if you got both.
Yeah, this is part of the
This may turn out to be a more valuable figure after the fact.
Yeah, this is Unrivaled 17. Now the next one up Clark and I know very well. We were big fans of her, and that was before we met her during WrestleMania 41 weekend. Willow, who is getting both a chase
Yes.
and a regular. The chase is on the left, one of 3,000, and then the regular Willow. Super nice person, straight up, one of the nicest people we've ever met.
Go to people as you can meet.
Yeah.
There's nothing I have bad to say about Willow.
Yeah.
I will say when we're talking about the action figure though, Ant,
Mm-hmm.
the regular's better than the chase.
Yeah. The other thing that I find interesting, Clark, is, and I don't really recall seeing this before, I've never really seen the chase and the regular have different poses in the packaging. Usually it's the
I
different
think
gears,
I have, but it would be a long. I'd have to really go back and look.
Yeah, but I'm saying like I don't think it's that common. Usually it's a different attire, but
No,
they
it's
usually stick it
unique
in the
for
same
sure.
packaging and everything. So, but I think you can't go wrong with either one. But like Clark said, I think the regular one is in a way more iconic than the chase. So,
It's
which
just
is
it's the gear we remember her for, but Willow
yes,
Nightingale, just an absolute legend of this sport
yes,
already. I cannot wait for her big title run because that's going to be awesome.
yeah. I think she got. I think she kind of got railroaded with the Monet thing. Like her title reign
A
was
little.
dethroned, and she's kind of been floundering since. But we're open for bigger and better things for her. The next one up,
Sure.
speaking of legends, the rated R superstar, Adam Copeland. This is obviously part of like his original first appearance stuff. This is a limited one of 5,000 on the part of the Unrivaled 17. This is more of a street clothes attire edge than or Adam Copeland than we're typically used to. You know, this isn't the wrestling gear. So this is like a different type of Adam Copeland, and obviously there hasn't been a Adam Copeland. There have been a lot of his
I actually
figures.
love this one for a Chase 1 of 5,000 figure with
Yes.
the do rag. It like
Mhm.
with the bandana, it makes
Yeah.
it so much better.
Yes.
It's a
Uh,
really good figure,
I think
especially for the AEW version of Cope
yes.
and everything. I really like this.
I think the ring gear looks awesome, or the attire looks awesome. The facial, everything is different than we've seen before. So I'm a big fan of this. Next one up, the cohort, Christian Cage, in his tan safari jacket,
Yeah.
if you will. Also in street clothes, the turtleneck. Obviously the head scan is not. Well, yeah, I guess that is the finished head scan.
He's got the
looks-
skinniest jeans on. Let's be honest with ourselves. He's
They
got
are
the skinniest
tight,
jeans
yes.
on in the history of skinny jeans. I don't know. Ben loves this guy, father figure, Christian Cage in his eyes. Ooh.
Uh-huh.
Ooh,
No,
yeah.
I
But
mean, listen,
look, it's a great looking figure.
it is. I do have a feeling though, if you moved him, the pants may split because they are very tight.
Well, one thing, too, not
The
to
shoes
interrupt
are a
you, but
little weird.
we've had numerous Christian Cage figures
Hmm.
in the turtleneck.
Hmm.
This is where we're running into trouble because he's one of the most figurable people,
Yeah.
but he's not changing his ring gear like he used
Correct.
to.
Yes. It's
And so
always
we're
black
getting a
pants now.
lot of similar, and I think that's where the shoes come into play here, the microphone and everything else.
Yeah. So the next one up is a drawing Orange Cassidy, which is, I believe, a ringside exclusive, if I'm not mistaken. Obviously, it comes with the title. Everything's written. It's it's the black and white Orange Cassidy. That's the drawing, which is different, and you're probably never going to see it again. So it's a very unique orange, obviously. And
I totally dig it. The run that he was on and what he overcame as far as
Mhm,
people's perception of him to establish himself the way he has in AEW now.
mhm.
This figure really wholly encompasses it in a really cool way. I'm all over this one. Ant.
Yes. And like you said with Christian, he doesn't change his gear as much either. He went from blue jeans to black, but like there isn't much change.
They
But he's
affect
had
his
a number of
emotions.
different. Yes. They've made a different number, but like this is a unique one. Obviously, this is one you can make that people weren't expecting, but also fits because it goes with his Tron, his entrance video.
Absolutely.
So I think that one's great. The last two, the main event, Arguably one of the best pure tag teams in the business. FTR, who are getting, I believe, the Jazwares Vaults exclusive, the Living Legends, if you will. This is the Ring of Honor version with the tag titles. The packaging looks damaged like an old VHS box, which it fits because they're very. If you took
Old
FTR,
school.
if you took FTR and put them in 80s NWA WCW wrestling, they'd fit in. Like they are a tag team out of the wrong time frame. Like as good as they are, they're more equipped to battle Rock and Roll Express or the Road Warriors or teams of the 80s. But I think these are just awesome figures.
I love this because it reminds me of the FTR that faced the Briscoes in that final
Yes.
match. And it's just, I think it's perfect.
I think
these are my favorite figures of this set that
I
we're reviewing.
I think in a lot of ways these are made to kind of go hand in hand with that Briscoe set that came out. Because the Briscoe set did come with the dog collars.
Yeah, so you can make that happen.
Now, I don't think this comes with bloody heads. Do you know their version of the bloody heads that you have like with the Briscoes? But
we all have finger paints these days.
But I think these have great likenesses. The cloth jackets are perfect. The titles are great. And this is very old school, and as two people that are very much into the throwback old school stuff, this is right down our alley. And I think there's a lot more fans out there that feel the same way when it comes to, we like authenticity, and this is as authentic as you can possibly get.
I'm totally with you.
Of figure set.
It's so well done. It's so cool. And like you said, to pair with that dog collar set, this is the one. This is the one you need. And to me, that match just lives in time.
Oh, absolutely. The fact that was, Jay Briscoe's last match turned out to be, the Pun 5-star classic comes to mind, but that was an absolute masterpiece match.
Yes.
And his legacy will live on. Let's say it has lived on. It will continue to live on. But like we said, this is an awesome set. And I believe that brings us to the end. And we want to thank everybody for watching. Thanks for subscribing to the undercard channel of Wrestling Republic. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Like and comment, share, whatever you guys would like. We appreciate it. And we will see you guys again next week.